Hi, I'm Mark Luce, Napa County Supervisor, District 2. Thank you for the honor of serving you and working together with you to protect ag and open space and meet the needs of our communities over these last number of years. Kathy and I moved to Napa in 1980 and began raising our young family. Ultimately, we put 4 children through Napa Public Schools, volunteering in the classroom, on the soccer field, and in bingo, and in other ways. We value what Napa offers young families and want to make sure that that continues to future generations. What does a county supervisor do? We have the land use jurisdiction outside of city limits. That is, we make land use decisions for those things such as vineyards and wineries, but we also provide roads and fire and police protection for those things outside city limits like a city council. However, we also provide social services throughout the county, things like mental health services, drug intervention services, senior services, as well as many things such as library services, probation, coordination of things like the flood control project. So those things that are community-wide, the Board of Supervisors generally has jurisdiction. What's important when we make our decisions is looking at what does this mean to future generations. It's important, obviously, to meet our current citizens' needs, but sometimes we need to make decisions that aren't popular but are important in terms of how this will be viewed by voters 20 and 30 years from now. So what have I accomplished lately? One of the most important things is a balanced budget with strong reserves, with one of the highest credit ratings in the state among counties. This has been very important in terms of charting our own destiny. We're not making decisions in crisis. We have the ability to make good decisions that are in the long-term best interests of our community while meeting today's current needs because of the discipline that we've used in the past, putting money away and saving instead of borrowing as others were doing at that time. We were able to refinance bonds this past year at a very low interest rate due to our credit rating, interest rate of 2%, saving the taxpayers over $2 million. Protecting ag and open space is another important issue. The state's mandates to have the county zone for new housing outside of city limits has been a big threat to our ag protection. 10 years ago, the state was requiring that we zone 2,000 units of new housing outside of city limits. That created a crisis. I've been working very hard in regional government to get our numbers down. And this past year, we have an allocation of 300 units for the next 10 years, which is very doable. That means our ag and open space is protected, and projects like Napa Pipe are not needed to meet the state's demands. Jobs is important, and the county has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the entire state because our disciplined land use decision making, our support for visitor management, our support in the airport area for industrial activities that support the wine industry, and our business-friendly environment. Access to open space. I supported and funded the Napa County Parks and Open Space District, its creation and funding through the county's general fund, and continue to support that. It's both important to our citizens as well as our visitors. Home ownership of people who work in Napa. I created the Napa Work Proximity Housing Assistance Program, a program that recently won a statewide award for innovation that helps low to moderate income workers in Napa buy homes in Napa. This last year, 18 new families are in home ownership because of this program. Partnership with our nonprofits. We have provided over $1 million a year to our local nonprofits through grants so that they can provide services to our community. I greatly value our nonprofits as they know how to stretch a dollar. They're on the ground and they know what the needs are in our community and are very good at addressing those. And that's been a partnership that's gone on for over a decade and will continue under my leadership. But there's more to do. The challenges before us are great. With the state requiring more of us, putting more responsibility at the local level. We have to deal with a new jail population as prisoners are being moved from prison to jail. We have to do with budget cuts, and we have to deal with retirement of key people over these next few years. And that's going to mean we have to have people with experience who know how to hire really good people, because it's one of the most important things the county does. And hopefully I will be able to do that for you. So I think I've contributed a lot. I think I'm just as needed tomorrow as I am today, and I would appreciate your vote on November 6th. Thank you.